Hello, my name is Joshua Trust Reed. I am a current MFA film student at NYU's Tisch School of the Arts, and before that, I went to Morehouse College undergrad where I studied cinema, television, and emerging media studies. I am a filmmaker, photographer, illustrator, and writer, and I've been doing art pretty much all my life, but I think I first got started with illustration in maybe the first grade, first or second grade. I would just spend a lot of time drawing comics and little cartoons and my margins, and eventually those grew until I was making whole books of paper that I would staple together, and all these comic ideas that I had floating around in my head. As time went on, I decided to write more. So I was like, drawing's sort of hard. So I decided to write, which I thought would be easier, but turns out it wasn't. But when I started to write, I was very interested in movies and started writing screenplays and trying to imitate what I saw online. And I always had a passion for movies and filmmaking, and I kept that up and decided to go to Morehouse and study film and major in that. And while I was there, I also started to really take photography seriously because it was important for me to learn how to frame the camera, and I figured the best way to do that would be to do it through still photography to learn how to then translate those skills into composition, into cinematography. And what inspires me, I draw inspiration from a lot of places. I think first and foremost, I'm always inspired by different animated movies and shows like that. I still draw a lot of inspiration from that, even in grad school, and sort of the dynamic action and imagination you can capture. I'm inspired a lot by still photography. I'd say a variety of Black photographers who just capture Black life in all its multitudes. I'm a big fan of street photography as well. Gordon Parks is probably one of my favorite photographers. And then also musically, I'm inspired by a lot of people. I played piano from probably the age of 5 years old till middle school. I took lessons, and then I sort of fell off in high school. So, but musically, I still draw inspiration from a lot of artists, and that transfers into my visual work. So that's a little bit about me as an artist.
Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Elwood. I recently graduated from the University of North Carolina, Wilmington with my bachelor's in statistics with a minor in psychology, and my brand is called Lauren Nichole. This brand was founded through my desire to use spoken word to uplift, encourage, and inspire other people through my transparency, authenticity, and love. As God speaks through me, I hope to reveal the extent of God's love, grace, and mercy, one spoken word at a time. I started writing poetry in elementary school just for fun and also for friends and family to read, but throughout my time in middle and high school, I started taking my poems more seriously. I started putting them on the wall and learning all the ins and outs of poetry, but it wasn't until I attended Spelman College during my sophomore year that I had the opportunity to share my gift of spoken word at a church's open mic night, and that's when I realized that I really enjoyed writing spoken word and sharing it with others. During my time at Spelman College, I began to write spoken word pieces a lot more frequently to help me understand some of my emotions that I was feeling during tough seasons of my life. But it was during those tough seasons that I realized that God was able to actually speak to me through those spoken word pieces. All of my pieces illustrates the emotions that I was feeling in that moment, and also it illustrates the process in which God took me to not only understanding my situation better and the purpose for that season, but also understanding and being reminded of His promises for myself and for my life. And so after sharing my spoken word at an open mic night and different pageants and things like that, I realized that there were so many people that could relate to my spoken word pieces, whether it was through the experience itself or through the reminders of His promises that He would speak to me. And so that is why I decided to launch my brand Lauren Nichole, because I wanted to continue encouraging and uplifting other people. After recently becoming a writer for Shameless Magazine, I realized I wanted to continue on that note so that I can continue to uplift and encourage people through my spoken word pieces, and also have a way that people can reach out to me to book me for different events as well. If you would like to follow my spoken word journey or read or hear one of my spoken word pieces, feel free to follow me on Instagram at lauren.nichole with 2 underscores, and feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel at the link below.
What's up, y'all? It's your homegirl, Sunshine Anderson here. That's right, Miss.
Hi, my name is Juan Johnson. I'm the owner and CEO of Juan Johnson Enterprises, an image enhancement company that provides services such as airbrush makeup, body painting, fragrance, skincare, hair care, wardrobe, nail care services as well. So about me, I attended Jackson State University, chemistry pre-dental, and I am currently a non-traditional transfer student at Morehouse College. My company started out of fulfilling a need. As far back as junior high and high school, I was in the chorus as well as theater departments, and we were required to use products that prevented the spotlights and stage lights from washing us out. There were very limited products that were available for more pigmented skin tones. So that's where my creative piece, I think, developed in that I had to take what was available, mix it, and make it work, for our skin tones. So fast forward to college, my very dear friend Maya Hayes was auditioning for Chicago Lovables and found out that the headshot and application was due immediately, like the night that she found out about it. And she asked me to do her makeup. So me being the 1001% supportive friend that I am, I agreed to try. Everything turned out very well, and I eventually was hired to work at the MAC counter, which was the first one in Mississippi. And MAC prides itself on being able to service any ethnicity, any sex, any race. And I learned of cultural preferences as they pertain to imagery and image enhancement. I was fine-tuned with symmetry and on, making corrections and balancing out the face. I was booking a lot of weddings and beauty pageant, and eventually transferred with MAC to Atlanta in 2001, just before September 11th. Once I arrived in Atlanta, I started doing a lot of film, TV, video, fashion shows, photography, and was forced to develop a contract and acquire the documentation and licensing that made my business official. I have many people that inspire me. The first and the most influential person to me in my business is Sam Fine. He is a black male makeup artist, world renowned, and his aesthetic is a very clean look. When people think of makeup, they think of, the very vibrant colors. He is noted for taking ethnic models, enhancing their skin and enhancing their beauty, making them breathtaking by just using very neutral tones like browns and other colors that are very close to the natural skin tone. That is an aesthetic of my business. Many of my customers say that I give them exactly what they need to accomplish whatever their goal is. Now, don't get me wrong, we can take you as far as your imagination can go. It's more of a challenge to make someone look as if they don't have makeup on when they do. So that's where a lot of my customer base comes from, is people who just want that nice, clean, polished look that they can replicate. I forgot to mention that I do offer training as well. So I think that was all of the questions. I just want to say thank you for choosing me to highlight myself and my business and background, and look forward to hearing from you all soon. Thank you.
It's payday, fella.